stays cool. Everything's alright. You better pray that you're old man don't get home tonight. Let me drive my car where the wild things are. I got a green limousine. Everyone's a star, but they won't get far without a green limousine.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a very long time since I put out any content, so I just want to start off by apologising for that and just saying to you that I really appreciate you guys. I got a comment last night asking what's happening with the videos, and well, truth of the matter is I've taken a new job about 6 months ago, and it really hasn't given me any opportunity to get into the shed and work on either the motorbike or the green limousine. I guess, you know, it's been really good for my mental health and physical health to be able to take time off work and to get in here and do that work on the vehicle. But also the other side of that is that has given me the opportunity to heal physically, mentally, because I did have a lot of depression going on and anxiety at one stage there. And you know, I'm back in the workforce, working quite a lot of hours. I'm traveling a lot for work. I'm doing around 1,600 k's a week for work, and you know, in miles, that's about 1,000 miles a week. So it's a lot, and it really doesn't give me much time in here. But you know, having said that, it means that it's done its job, hasn't it? And that's been an amazing thing. So going forward, I will be putting out content. I will still be working on the vehicle, but obviously it's not going to be as often as I'd like or you guys would like. So let's talk about where we're at with it. So in this video, I started filming it about probably 3 months ago, 2.5 months ago, and I welded in this. It's not fully welded, so you'll see all that. If you come here, I've made a big boo-boo. This is too far out, so I've got to modify that. All right, so if that comes across here, I've got to actually take that and shrink it back and make it fit better. So, you know, that's not a big job. That's a few hours to get that right and to get it sorted out, but I just haven't been able to get back in to get to it, so I haven't finished the video. But I've decided, you know, based on that comment that I got, that I'll put it out anyway, unfinished. So you guys will understand that that's where we got to with it. I've done this. That was all done at the same time. I made this one up, got him in there, welded that in. Like I say, just a bit of an adjustment, a bit of reworking that in the plenum there, and I can finish welding it. But again, you know, haven't really had any time for such things. So, and priority is family and making sure that, you know, all's good on the home front. So it's been some big changes. So it looks pretty much like it did. Not a lot has changed, but that's where we're up to. I will put out content as I make it, and I'll try and be a lot more regular. But as I say, you know, life is happening. There's that old saying, plans are what you make until life gets in the way. Well, the plans I had for this are still going forward, but just not on the timeline that I'd like. So that's where we're up to. Now I'm going to go into the video. Welcome back, guys. It's been a while since I've made a video or done any work on the green limousine. To be honest, I've started a new job. It takes me away a lot, so I haven't even been in the shed to work on this since the last video I made, where I made up that inner panel. Alright, lots been going on in my life, but not a lot in the shed, so it's time to get back into it. Videos are probably going to be few and far between, but I'll do what I can. Priorities changed in life, so we'll just roll with it. Today I'm going to be measuring up and making sure the window frame and the scuttle panel is all lining up, and then I'm going to cut this out and weld it in. Hopefully, either in this episode or the next one, I will get to cutting out this section on the white body I've got out the back, and I doubt I'll get into patching it in at this point, but it would be really nice if I could. But yeah, I'm going to focus mostly on that front section right now, and then I'll go from there. I don't want to put pressure on myself. I just want to still have this as an enjoyable thing and just bring you guys along for the journey. So let's get into it. That is 540. That is 550. What the heck? $70. Well, we're all kinds of overloaded, down to the green CM Valiant. That's the CL I found out. Anyway, down to the CL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's not supposed to be here. What's she doing? What are you doing here? Alright, it's 455 from this point here to the upper lip there, and it's 450 in the center and 455 the other side. So they're the measurements I'm going to use, and then it is from the floor to that same point. Yes, I believe 670. Let me double check that. Yeah, 670. 670, straight up and down. So, yep, I'll go with that. While these March flies attack me. Alright, so back up yonder to the shed, through the paddock, past the houses. Alright, back in the shed. Wee bit tidy up. Wee bit of a tidy up. Start again. Back in the shed. Wee bit of a tidy up. Oh, that is not a table. Alright, so same point here as with the CL. Measure from there to there, and that is 450. Centre, sorry, that is 4, there to there, yeah, 455-ish. Which is where we want it to be. Centre is 450, which is where we want it to be, so it would seem to me that the issue is over here, end of that to there, and that's 455, so that's within. Okay, well, I'll stop stressing then. And this to the floor actually is a little bit lower. What did I say? 670 straight up and down. So whatever it is, it needs to be there, which actually doesn't surprise me because you know there's nothing holding that up. No structural integrity here. What have I got? To the floor, 655. So apparently it has to come up to there, which would then make that I'm okay with it. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack it in, do some more measurements, manipulate it, put the scuttle on, make sure everything is square and not all twisted. And remember, I've got the original lines with the original holes from when I screwed it on and cut off or drilled out the spot welds. So you know, that'll tell me where I am in conjunction to where it needs to be. So I'm going to take a step and I'm going to start doing it. Yeah, and see where we end up. So I've got a little bit of cutting out. Can you see very well? I don't know if you can see very well. The light's not great. So I've got to cut out a section here. Where are you? I've got to cut out a section here to go around where the wipers come through, and I've got to cut out a section here just to make it round that corner. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens, so stay tuned. Alright, I've cut that out. That was a bit terrifying because structurally there's just nothing there now. But you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs, so I've cut that out. I've trimmed this and got it folding around the edge because I decided that I don't want to cut out this whole section. I was going to cut out quite a bit more than that, but I've determined that the steel is good around it. So I'm going to now cut this one out, weld this one in, and then I will weld that I do try to remember that some of you have commented about the shakiness, but also I've never been the steadiest of guys, so anyway, that's how that'll look. I have listened to one of my viewers that said this is probably a little close to the front, and I think he's right, but I'll weld in all the other sides and then I'll decide how I'm going to modify that to make it sit properly. Because if you have a look at that one and then you have a look at that over there, you can see that the ridge is just a little bit further back from where that line's going to end up. So still work, but progress. I'll cut you back in when I cut that out. Weeks of being away. That's the first thing I get to see in my shed. Oh, how I've missed you. Alright. So, in the first part of this, I started welding in. No, I didn't. I started cutting out the new section I made up there. And in there. But then I had to go away for a couple of weeks. And I'm back now. And it's a Sunday afternoon. So, it's late Sunday afternoon. So I won't be getting anything done today really. But this is just a brief update. So, it's welded in. I've got to do some modification on this because that protrudes too far, you can see that. So we've got to mess around a little bit there. I've welded that in. And I've welded this in. So essentially, apart from obviously tidying it up, that's the plenum chamber done. Essentially. There's still a lot more work to do, obviously, but I've got to mop the dash up in here so that I can get this to the right height. Make sure that's all good. But yeah. So when I come back in a second for you guys, and probably be tomorrow or the next day for me, it'll be hopefully buttoning that up. And taking the scuttle panel off, grinding it, welding it, doing all those things, trimming it, and then by the time I post this, hopefully that's all looking pretty good.